Welcome to ScholarshipDB.net channel. The Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships have finally resumed after being cancelled in the last few years due to COVID-19 restrictions. These are fully funded undergraduate and postgraduate scholarships for international students from Asia, Africa, the Caribbean, Latin America, and the Pacific to study in New Zealand. In this video, I will explain all you need to know to apply for Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships, all details and step-by-step instructions how to apply. Important notes, tips, and scholarship interview tips are along the way and at the end of this video, so please keep watching until the end. The scholarship application process differs depending on which country or region you are from. Please leave comments below this video with your home country, and I will send you the application link and guide for your country. We upload videos about scholarships and university information regularly. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe now and turn on the bell to not miss out on any new scholarships. Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships Program is funded by the New Zealand government. The scholarships are made available to enable international students to study in New Zealand. This scholarship aims to improve the skills, training, and knowledge of individuals to support sustainable development in their home country. These fully funded scholarships are for diploma, undergraduate, master's and Ph.D. levels. Awardees are required to return to their home country for at least 2 years after the completion of their scholarship to apply these new skills and knowledge in government, civil society, or private business organizations. The Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship is very competitive. Every year there are over 11,000 applications. With a full Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship, scholars studying in New Zealand receive full tuition fees, living allowance of $531 per week. This will help with a scholar's basic living expenses. An establishment allowance of $3,000. This is to help with setup costs in New Zealand. For example, you can use it for accommodation expenses, textbooks, or other study materials. Medical insurance when you are in New Zealand. Tutoring costs up to the value of $1,000 to assist with the cost of additional tutoring while you are studying if needed. Travel to and from your own country. This is for travel from your own country at the start of the scholarship and for return travel at the end of your scholarship. Travel insurance. Travel home during your scholarship. Scholars studying longer than 1.6 years are entitled to travel home to visit family. You are usually allowed 1 or 2 trips, depending on the length of your scholarship. Reintegration allowance of $1,000. This is to help with setup costs upon your return to your home country. Help with research and thesis costs for many postgraduate students. The partners of students may be eligible for a work visa that allows them to live and work in New Zealand for the duration of their partner's study. Scholars can study abroad in New Zealand at one of these 8 universities, or 3 institutes of technology. Citizens from eligible Pacific countries can also choose from 4 Pacific universities. QS World University Rankings ranks New Zealand universities in the top 3%. New Zealand universities rank in the world's top 100 in over 30 subjects. New Zealand's institutes of technology are also world-class. They provide high-quality qualifications and training that focus on practical skills and hands-on experience. To apply for a scholarship, you must meet all of the eligibility criteria. You must complete the Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships Eligibility Questionnaire before you can apply for a scholarship using this link. The eligibility questionnaire will establish whether you are eligible for a scholarship by checking in which country you hold citizenship, how long you have been living in your home country, how much work experience you have, whether we provide scholarships to your country. To apply for a Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship, you must be 18 years old or older when you start your scholarship. There is no upper age limit for applicants. However, they do prefer applicants who are under 40 years of age. Successful scholarship applicants must meet both the academic entry requirements and the English language requirements determined by each educational institution. Only shortlisted applicants need English language test scores. They accept test scores from these 4 English competency testing systems: IELTS, TOEFL, PTE Academic, or Cambridge Academic English. Postgraduate scholarship applicants and applicants who finished high school more than 3 years ago must have relevant work experience. Work experience can be paid, unpaid or voluntary, and must meet the following criteria: 1 year of full-time work experience, 30 hours or more per week, OR. 2 years of part-time work experience, up to 29 hours per week. In selection, preference is given to applicants who demonstrate how their proposed course of study aligns with their current work experience. They prefer applicants who will continue working in their current job sector after they finish their scholarship. Citizens from eligible countries in the Pacific have 2 full scholarship options to study in New Zealand or at a Pacific university. Eligible Pacific countries are Federated States of Micronesia, Fiji, postgraduate only, Kiribati, Marshall Islands, Nauru, Niue, Palau, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tonga, Tuvalu, and Vanuatu. Levels of study available are undergraduate degree, postgraduate certificate, postgraduate diploma, master's degree, or Ph.D. Here are some recommended fields of study for Pacific candidates. They are in climate change and the environment, disaster risk management, food security and agriculture, renewable energy, governance, law and justice, education, health, economic resilience and private sector, IT, tourism, and fisheries. Fields are varied for each country. You can check the list of fields for your country using this website. Citizens from eligible countries in Asia may only study at postgraduate level in New Zealand. A maximum of 10% of scholarships awarded each year will be for PhD studies. Eligible Asian countries are Cambodia, Indonesia, Jordan, Lao People's Democratic Republic, Malaysia, Mongolia, Myanmar, Nepal, Philippines, Thailand, Timor-Leste, and Vietnam. Here are some recommended fields of study for Asian candidates. They are in climate change and the environment, disaster risk management, food security and agriculture, renewable energy, governance, and education. Citizens from eligible countries in Africa may only study at postgraduate level in New Zealand. Master's level study is preferred. A maximum of 10% of scholarships awarded each year will be for PhD studies. Eligible African countries are Algeria, Angola, Botswana, Djibouti, Eswatini, Egypt, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Lesotho, Malawi, Mauritius, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, South Africa, Tanzania, Tunisia, Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe. Here are recommended fields of study for African candidates. They are in food security and agriculture, renewable energy, and governance. Citizens from eligible countries in the Caribbean may only study at the postgraduate level in New Zealand. Eligible Caribbean countries are Belize, Dominica, Dominican Republic, Grenada, Guyana, Haiti, Jamaica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Suriname. Here are recommended fields of study for Caribbean candidates. They are in climate change and the environment, food security and agriculture, renewable energy, disaster risk management, and governance related to the above subjects. Citizens from eligible countries in Latin America may only study at postgraduate level in New Zealand. Eligible Latin American countries are Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Venezuela. Here are recommended fields of study for Latin America candidates. They are in climate change and the environment, disaster risk management, food security and agriculture, renewable energy, and governance. Selecting Manaaki New Zealand scholars can take 6 to 10 months from the time scholarship applications close. Applicants should check their email frequently for progress updates. Here is the selection process. First, applications are assessed against eligibility criteria and selection guidelines. They compare the preferred courses of each applicant with the recommended study subjects. Then applicants will be advised via email if they will continue to the next selection stage or if their application has been unsuccessful. Applications will be then assessed in more detail against selection guidelines. While applications are being assessed, applicants will be sent emails with a link to the abstract reasoning test. Applicants must do this test within 10 days of getting the email. Applicants will receive advice via email if they will continue to the interview stage, or if their application has been unsuccessful. Candidates are required to provide an indication of their English language level during the selection process. Each applicant will be interviewed at the New Zealand Embassy, New Zealand High Commission, or a third-party location in the applicant's own country, or by phone or online video conference. Interviews take place typically from May to July. Applicants will then receive advice via email if they are a preferred candidate, a candidate on the reserve list, or if their application has been unsuccessful. Preferred candidates can now apply for admission to their preferred courses and apply for a student visa. The following guidelines are used to select applicants with very good character, ethics and abilities. In general, they want scholars with these attributes. Have strong academic ability. Showing commitment to the social and economic development of their country. Be 39 years or younger when the scholarship starts. Choose courses that align with recommended subjects. Want to encourage positive relations with New Zealand now and in the future. Seeking to undertake a qualification that progresses on from their highest qualification. They aim for a balanced mix of women and men scholars. The 2023 Tertiary Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships application portal will open at midnight on the 1st of February 2023 and close at midday on the 28th of February 2023 for all eligible countries and regions. You can apply for a Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship online using this official website. There are 3 main steps to finish the application online. Step 1. Confirm your eligibility. Step 2. Register for a Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship account. Step 3. Complete and submit your application before the closing date. Complete the Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships online eligibility test here to see if you are eligible to apply. If the online eligibility test confirms that you are eligible, you will get an eligibility code. Enter your home country and your date of birth, then click Next. You will see a list of questions. Be honest when answering all these questions, as you will be asked for evidence in your application form. Then click Check My Eligibility. If you're eligible, you will get an eligibility code. Write this code down, as you will need it for your application. Enter your email to receive the code. Then click Register. Enter your email, then click Check Email. Tips for using email. You must supply a valid email address. Throughout the selection process, they contact applicants by email. It is very important your email address remains current. It is also important that you check your email regularly. You must reply to them promptly, otherwise you may miss updates. If you fail to reply promptly, you may lose your chance of a scholarship. Your email address is also your username. If you need to change your email address, remember that this will also change your username. You can change your email address after you submit your application. Enter your personal details, residential address, and some additional information. For the question, where did you hear about the New Zealand Scholarship Program? I tick Other, and then enter ScholarshipDB YouTube channel. Tick I'm not a robot. You will receive an email to set up your password. Set up your password. Then you will be able to log in. Click Apply button to start. Read the introduction here. Navigate through your application using the menu on the right-hand side. Check that your details are correct. If they are incorrect, you can update your name and email address in My Profile. Select your citizenship. You can save and exit the form and resume later. Click Next. List 1 or 2 options for your preferred study program in the Proposed Study Program section. You must do your own research about what could be the best program and education institution for you and your country's development needs. If you list 2 options, make sure you are happy with both options. For example, I select Master of Agribusiness at Massey University. Select the field that is mostly related to. Click Add a preference to select your second choice. Select your second choice course and institution. Then click Next. Then enter your study history. Enter your highest qualification, any awards or prizes, and whether you have received a New Zealand scholarship before. Enter details of your qualification such as name of the course, institution, start date and graduation date. Upload your academic transcript. You can also add another qualification. Click Next. Fill in your work history. You need to have work experience that is relevant to your career and chosen program of study. You need to have either at least 1 year of full-time work experience, 30 hours or more a week, or at least 2 years of part-time work experience, less than 30 hours a week. Enter your position details such as position title, paid or voluntary work, name of the organization, location, employment status, start date, organization description, responsibilities, and whether you plan to return after your study. You can add another position. Click Next. The next 4 sections: development relevance, relationship management, self-drive and studying overseas are super important parts of your application. They are the places where you can shine and prove to the scholarship committee why you should be chosen. In the development relevance, you will need to answer 3 questions, 1,200 characters for each question. What skills and knowledge do you hope to gain from your proposed study program? Why are these knowledge and skills important to your country's development? Where possible, you should refer to data and research that supports your argument. And how will you use your new knowledge and skills to contribute to the development of your home country? The next section is relationship management to demonstrate your particular skills and abilities that are important to your future success as a Manaaki New Zealand scholar. You need to provide real examples of situations you were in or tasks you needed to accomplish, the actions you took, and the outcome a result of your actions. Then click Next. In the self-drive section, describe a situation when you had to motivate yourself to achieve, without any prompting from family, friends, or others. Then click Next. In the studying overseas section, you answer 2 questions with 1,200 character limit for each question. Tell them why you selected Aotearoa, New Zealand as a place to study. If successful, what specific things will you do to prepare yourself to move to and overcome the challenges of living and studying in a different country? Hints. When answering the relationship management and self-drive sections, you should choosing an example that will let you demonstrate how you displayed the skills and abilities the scholarship committees are looking for. Focus on your specific actions and decisions, rather than what the team or group did. Keep your answers concise and within the character limit. Be truthful with your examples, as they may be checked through your referees. You do not need to name any individuals in your answers. Read carefully all terms and conditions in the declaration section, and tick if you agree. Then click Submit to submit your application. Tips. You need reliable internet access to complete the online application form. You don't need to complete the form in one session. At any time, you can save your application and resume later. You submit your applications as early as possible. There are a high number of applications before applications close, and this may lead to technical problems. They do not accept responsibility for any technical problems with the online application. They do not accept incomplete applications and late applications. You must Complete all sections of the application form correctly and in English, and provide and attach requested documents. Plan answers offline. For longer questions, you may plan your answers in Microsoft Word or a similar software program. You can then copy and paste your prepared answers into the Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships application form. The online form does not allow any formatting, except for a simple list. The online form is best completed on a computer. It works on mobile devices, but it is hard to use on a small screen. Navigate with the form buttons. You will lose your unsaved work if you use the browser's back and forward navigation buttons. Always remember to double-check your work. After you click the Submit button, you can edit your contact details only. Application writing tips. Write in English. They do not accept applications in other languages. Check your work, make sure your answers make sense. Use correct English grammar, punctuation and spelling. Keep answers concise, make sure each answer is within the maximum character limit specified on the form. Don't cheat or plagiarize. They will reject your application if there is evidence your work is not your own work or other people have helped you with your answers. If you find this video useful, please click the like button. Remember to check our website ScholarshipDB.net for more scholarships. We post regularly, so please subscribe and turn on the bell to never miss out any scholarship opportunities. We are also on other social platforms. Follow us if you want to get scholarship news early. Good luck with your scholarship hunting.